All right, class. This is going to be your second part of week two. We're actually going to try to connect everything within Tableau, and we're going to try to put together a little presentation. So, what I want you to do is you're going to need to first get that spreadsheet out that I had you clean up. Hopefully, you were able to get that to me, and I could look it over before. But if not, then you can just go ahead and jump in here. Again, you should have watched the video on the getting started and connecting to data, the video I had in the lecture folder. That was going to kind of guide you through some of the beginning steps here. I'll briefly go over them again so that way you have an idea. But let's again go ahead and get that spreadsheet open. So what I would like for you to do is open Tableau first. You're going to then go over here to connect to a file, and we're going to select Excel. My computer's been running a little slow this morning for some reason, so hopefully this will run fairly well. You'll see that it opens up. It'll open up a window where you can select an Excel spreadsheet. Everything else will be grayed out if it's not an Excel spreadsheet. So you'll go to wherever you have that one saved. So let's just say I put that one out there just for this demonstration. Once I click on it, it opens up to this screen. This will be the screen you come to. So now what you're going to do is you'll notice what I did is I created a couple sheets within the workbook. They were called 2015 and 2016. So I can now, if I want, let's say I want to just look at the 2015 data, I'll just drag that over here. Now all of a sudden it's going to pull everything from our 2015 worksheet and it's going to put it in. And you notice I've only got a few lines here: service, discharges, and deaths. You may have cleaned your spreadsheet up, it has more information, that's fine. But you'll notice down here at the bottom, it's going to pull in the information from the spreadsheet. So now let's say if I want to do something with that, I can go over here, click on the sheet. I'm clicking on sheet 2, but yours will probably say sheet 1. I've already done a few of them, so that's why it says that. But let's say you get over to the sheet. Over in the dimensions area, you're going to have service and measure names. What I would do is click on your service, drag it over. Now you'll notice that it pretty much pulled all of our different service areas over. Now I can go down and, as you know, I only had a very little information in the spreadsheet. So I had deaths and discharges. Well, let's say I just want to look at deaths for each department. I can then drag deaths and I'll drag it until that box turns black like it is now. Drop it and then it'll pull all the information over like so. Now here's where you can kind of start to put some visuals to your data. Over here you'll notice certain ones lit up. These are the ones that it's suggesting will be the best for the information that I have. So I can just start clicking through. You have that option. It'll kind of show you, the bigger the square, the more depths they had. You can have this one where it just puts a little bit more color to it if you want to add some color. Those, to me, you can do in Excel. I don't really see much point in that. Where you can really start to put some information together is, let's say if I want to put in a horizontal bar, but another one, you can do it this way. But once you start adding more information in, you'll see that your options may change. Notice all these that are grayed out. Well, let's go back to our original one, which will always be in the top left here. Let's say I now want to add discharges as well. So I drag it on over and it adds in the discharges. You'll notice that now I've got some other ones that have opened up as well. So I can compare with side-by-side bar graph. So again, you also highlight over each one, it'll show you what's in there. So I've got 4 deaths, and for OB, I've got 4 deaths. For newborn, I had 3 out of 575 discharges. So you can kind of correlate your discharges. If you wanted to compare years, you could go back over in your service, and you could select different years if you wanted to as well. So you have a lot of options. What I want you to do is just put together something where you're comparing 2 different fields. So hopefully don't choose deaths and discharges. Hopefully you've got something else you can pull in there. Maybe comparing deaths between 2015 and 2016. The choice is really yours, but I want you to compare two sets of data. So like in this example, I had discharges and deaths. You can have 2015 versus 2016 discharges. You can have 2015 versus 2016 deaths. Anyway, I want you to be able to compare a few, put one together. You'll then save, just like you would up here. You can click save. It'll save it for you. You'll name it, and that will be what you email me for your grade. I'll look it over, and hopefully that's pretty self-explanatory. If it's not, get your questions in. I'll be able to help you. This is it's a new application. I haven't used it very long myself, but it does have some very nice features, and it allows you to basically turn this just raw data into something that can be a little bit more visual. So when you are presenting to people, you'll have something more than just saying, yeah, we had 2,000 discharges, 18 deaths. Okay, well, and I had that in 2015, but 2016 we had 2,500 discharges and 38 deaths. Okay, but you start to put them in the graphs and some more visual. It has more impact, maybe especially the bigger your audience. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. If you have any questions, again, get with me. I'll be glad to help. Have a good one.